I've been around white girls all my life. They love me because I'm a pro-black Negro. They really like us because we the big King Kong cats. If you could get a pro-black RBG, you know you could get a black man. You're the only people in America got to go one place to pray and another place to organize. One place to worship and somewhere else to fight police genocide. Why can't I fight police? If this is the church and we do God's work, why can't I organize against evil right here? Because the preacher ain't nothing but a pawn for the politician. I don't understand how black men date women who ain't got their own head. You ever see a sister after she get her hair done? She got to sleep standing up. You come out the bathroom, she in the bed meditating. Because she can't lay down because she's going to crush this side of the weave. What kind of life is that? Walking around with your head hurting all day. They doing this all day and day. White folks are mad at me across the country because they trying to figure out how I even got where I got before they knew who I was. And it ain't hard to explain to you how I got to where I am. I know how to play the white man's game. When I went on my interview for the doctoral program, I act just like every other. Put on a tight suit and walk my ass into the interview. And they said, why do you want to study here at this prestigious university? I said, oh my God, I don't know where to begin. Oh my God, Mrs. Wieningsberger, her book on child psychological trauma in prenatal years. Oh my God, I can't stop reading it. Oh, and Dr. Silverberger, I love his research on adolescent reading skills prior to high school. So it's the Negro we need. Let Abdullah eat. So I went through the doctoral program quietly for 4 years, and then a black woman working for the university snitched on me. She went to the slave master's office and said, do you know who that is? Oh yeah, that's Umar Johnson. No. Do you know who he is? You better go to YouTube. So the white folks pulled up the computer and went to YouTube and put in Umar Johnson. And they said, oh hell no. This is Malcolm X. They tried to kick me out the program, tried to separate me out the program, tried to do everything they could to stop me from getting my doctorate. And a program that took 5 years cost me 8 years because I refused to engage in racial amnesia. See, the problem with the average educated Negro is you try to act more white the more you go up. I don't do that. I'm not shedding my skin for no white folks. I'm black all day long, and the way I talk to you now is the way I talk to them too. Ain't no switching up. Some of you Negroes with degrees, you act all black with us, and then when you're around the white folks, oh yes, Dr. Small, yes, that was an excellent point you made. You don't sound like that. Take the bass out your voice, pants all tight, skinny shirts, trying to fit in with white folks. You can't fit in. Haven't you learned we've been here 400 years, you still don't understand? You don't believe me? Come back to Philadelphia. Go ask Bill Cosby what white folks had taught him about thinking you've been accepted. Because he kept company with white girls. Let's talk about that for a minute. Because I know this is tribal. Negroes love white girls. Y'all love some white ass women. Yes, you do. You love them! Oh, turkey and cheese, no seasoning in the meat ass white girl. You love a white girl. Yes, you do. And y'all don't even get the cute ones. You get old Betsy, 3 necks solid, 25 kneecaps Helen. And they get mad at me. I got Negroes emailing me every day. Brother, listen, I love you. I rocks with you. You help me with my son, but you got to stop talking about these white women. Had another Negro tell me, Dr. Umar, I agree with you, brother, but I married my white queen 20 years ago. What am I supposed to do, get up and leave her? I said, how old is your youngest child? He said 14. I said, well, in 4 years, you can get your Emancipation Proclamation. See, black men, and I'm not being to disrespect no white women, but black men, you can't can't fall in love with somebody you ain't interested in. I've been around white girls all my life. They love me because I'm a pro-black Negro. They really like us because we the big King Kong cats. If you could get a pro-black RBG, you know you could get a black man. They love me in college, love me in doctoral school, had white girls bringing me shirts and coffee. I don't even drink coffee. Bringing me a damn Starbucks. I don't drink that shit. White girls was in love with me. But guess what? I was never interested in it. So it never went nowhere. Because I value black women. And I want you Negroes here to know, and I don't care who don't like it, if you are dating anything other than one of my sisters, you a damn sellout. And you can take that to the bank. Take it to the damn bank. I don't care if you don't like it. And black women, have you noticed when you see a black man with a white woman, he go out of his way not to speak to you when he with his white woman, don't he? Yeah. He will look the other direction to prove to his European queen that he ain't interested in Melanie. But she is. Everybody wants the black man's melanin because the black man is the original man. Yeah, white women like black males. Of course they will. Why wouldn't they? We the original man. We the melanated being. We are the sons of the sun. S-O-N of the S-U-N. Yeah. So I know why the white woman like me. It's because her defective DNA cries out for my completed DNA. See, when the Bible talks about us being holy, you don't even know what holy means. Holy means to be psychobiologically and spiritually complete. When God made the African woman and the African man, he made us whole, which makes us holy. There's no other holy people on the planet. And that's why every prophet looked like you. Now, another prophet was a white man. We the holy ones. But the problem is the church and the mosque that made you separate your racial divinity from your spiritual worship. We're the only people who will separate blackness from religion, blackness from God, blackness from spirituality. Everybody else, they can honor their color, their culture, and their heritage in the same place they pray. Not you. You're the only people in America got to go one place to pray and another place to organize. One place to worship and somewhere else to fight police genocide. Why can't I fight police if this is the church and we do God's work? Why can't I organize against evil right here? Because the preacher ain't nothing but a pawn for the politician. And by the way, I don't vote for black folks no more unless they can answer me 3 questions. If I live in Trotwood, I got 3 questions. You want to be city council? You want to be mayor? You want to be state rep? Want to be U.S. rep? Want to be U.S. senator? You want to be state senator, block captain, alderman? Whatever it is, you better answer me 3 questions. Number 1. Are you Democrat or are you Republican? Because if you are either one of those, you don't get my vote. The Democratic Party is a white racist institution. The Republican Party is a white racist institution. And neither one of them have ever done anything for black folks. That's right. So if you're not an independent candidate, that means you're not an independent thinker. And if you're not an independent thinker, you're not going to do anything independently from what white folks tell you to do. A black Democrat is on the Democratic team. He's going to do what his Democratic Party bosses tell him to do. Why do you think y'all been electing black folks all throughout Ohio for 50 years? Since King. And you ain't got nothing. Because they're financed by the Democratic Party. And the hand that pays is the hand that rules. How the hell you think black folks being financed by white folks going to carry out a black agenda? You out your mind. These will never do nothing for you. Because you don't put your money where your mouth is. And when we get serious, because part of this is our fault too. It's not all the politicians. Because you want to spend your money on Gucci. And you want to spend your money on Mercedes. And you want to spend your money on Sharpe vodka. And you want to spend your money on weaves. First of all, I don't date a woman. If I can't grab your head and pull it back. If I can't grab that neck, I can't date you. I don't understand how black men date women who ain't got their own head. You ever see a sister after she get her hair done? She got to sleep standing up. You come out the bathroom, she in the bed meditating. Because she can't lay down because she's going to crush this side of the weave. What kind of life is that? Walking around with your head hurting all day. They doing this all damn day. The beauty shop pulling all your roots out. You got a damn Kojak at 30 years old. Better let them roots grow back. That's why when I get married, I ain't going to ask the questions most brothers ask. Most brothers want to know how many kids you got and what kind of job you got and what's your income and how many baby dads, and I don't want to ask none of that. I got one question before I marry my queen, whoever she may be, wherever she may be at. And that question is simply, can I see your scalp? Because I want to see how many holes you got, bumps, craters, ringworm. I need to do a scalp inspection. Damn that. That's going to be in my marriage contract. If I don't see that scalp, this is a no. Because I'll be damn, I'm going to go to my honeymoon and you're going to pull that thing off and show me all types of lumps. I didn't wipe that. Get your new growth back. And most black women, you need to go bald anyway or go shortcut. Y'all be hiding your face with that long hair. Cut it off. Let your features shine. Black women are beautiful, but you want to hide your beauty with all this hair. If somebody told you a big nose and big lips is ugly, but the white woman paying $10,000 for the same thing you got. Come on! We imitate people imitating us, which makes us the dumbest individuals on earth. So now you know why I've never been on Oprah. She'll bring 10 psychologists to regurgitate what I say. Next time you see a black psychologist on TV, you're going to say, I heard Dr. Umar say the exact same thing in Trotwood. Expense of your oppression. And no white person will ever undo your oppression in order to undo their privilege. And this is why white people can stab you in your back and hurt your feelings because you fail to understand something. The white man has a loyalty to himself above and beyond anybody else. And your problem is you don't have a loyalty to yourself above and beyond anything else. Rule number 2, white people don't share power with black folks. Whenever you see white folks taking over Trotwood, gentrifying Dayton, gentrifying Columbus, taking back Cincinnati, they're not coming to share those cities with black folks, they're coming to push you on out. Rule number 3, white folks will do anything to take power from black folks. They pushing homosexuality as a birth control strategy. Listen, if we got gay people in here, lesbians, I love you too. You're still my family. But I got a right to disagree with your lifestyle because I don't want them learning that that is normal, because it's not.
Thank you.
Homosexuality is a Greco-Roman cultural behavior. I'm not going to hate you. I'm going to love you like I love everybody else. But I'm going to take issue with you if you tell me that we should be promoting that to our children. And black women, I want to chastise y'all for it. Because y'all the main ones running around talking about it ain't no good black men around. How in the hell are you going to tell me on the one hand it ain't no good black men, and on the other hand you hanging around with 55 gay male friends? Hot peaches, candy apple, sweet watermelon. How the hell are we going to get some men for our women when all your friends are gay? Don't tell me you need a good black man when you hanging out with them. You need to be challenging them brothers to be men instead of letting them try to imitate you. A man can't be a woman, and a woman can't be a man. And once our boys understand what black manhood is really about, they'll never want to imitate a woman anyway. Once upon a time, there was a black man named Booker T. Washington. He was born in Charleston, West Virginia, right at the end of slavery. He walked to Hampton, Virginia to get an education. He couldn't afford to pay the tuition at Hampton Institute in Virginia. So he asked for an opportunity to work his way through the college. They allowed him to work his way through the college in exchange for the tuition. When he graduated from Hampton, the white principal at Hampton got a phone call and said, we need a black man who's educated to go to Tuskegee, Alabama, and teach black folks in Tuskegee how to make a living. Booker T. Washington accepted the job. When he got to Tuskegee, there was no school. So he used an old barn, an old church, a half-finished warehouse. When the state of Alabama came to Booker T. Washington and said, I'm going to subsidize your school, Booker T. Washington said, I don't want your money. Like Dr. Umar Johnson, Booker T. Washington 100 years ago told them, you keep your money. This is a black man's school. And when the first students of Tuskegee, Alabama showed up, they said, Dr. Washington, where's our lunchroom? Where's our bathroom? Where's the shower? Where's the lecture hall? He said, you standing on it. And that black man born a slave told them kids to roll up their sleeves, and the students of Tuskegee dug up the ground and made their own buildings, cooked their own food, sewed their own clothes. They became so famous for making bricks that the white construction companies would come and buy bricks from the students of Tuskegee instead of the white men of Alabama. And then Booker T said, I need a science teacher. He heard of a black man from Iowa State, the first of his race to get a PhD in agricultural science. He was considered the #1 scientist in America, not black, period. His name was Dr. George Washington Carver. Also born into slavery. Castrated as a child. White people cut his penis off because they was afraid that he would want to have sex with their white daughter. That's why George Washington Carver never had children, and that's why he had a high-pitched voice. Testosterone was taken away. Booker T came to him and said, I need a science teacher. At the time, George Washington Carver was being offered multi-million-dollar contracts to go and work for white military corporations. He turned it down and went to Alabama. And when he got there, he said, Booker T, where's my office? Where's my science lab? Where's my lecture hall? Booker T said, George, I have nothing but what you see. And George Washington Carver, a castrated black man, who they said would talk to plants and make them grow, went to the trash and took out from the garbage of the students of Tuskegee, copper, iron, metal, wood, aluminum, and from the garbage, gave us 200 products from the peanut. From the garbage, 500 products from the soybean. From the garbage, 400 products from the sweet potato. Ohio, can I ask you a question? How is it you have so much and have created nothing? Our ancestors had nothing and created so much. Black power, Dayton, Ohio. Thanks for coming out.